4-0 never felt so weird. Eagles hold on to win 31-25, yet another wild game as they face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past Sunday. Now, coming into this game, the Eagles held a 1-4 record against Tampa Bay. The most notable game coming from that 33-16 beatdown in 2024. Now, keep in mind, the Eagles were missing a lot of their offensive firepower for that game, but they had no excuses this past Sunday. And if you watch the entirety of the game, you saw two different teams on the Eagles side. Listen, the first half of the game was what I and most fans have been wanting from Kevin Patullo in the offense since week 1. Creativity, efficiency, and big chunk plays. The Eagles looked pretty dominant and complete for the most part in the first half when they were up 24-6. Then Kevin Patullo happened. It was a night and day look from the offense. 3 straight 3-and-out series, no passing game, no running game. I completely understand when you gain a substantial lead in a football game, the key is to control the clock and run the football. But Philly was flat out not efficient in the second half on Sunday. Jalen Hurts did not complete a single pass in the second half. I have a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory that suggests that there is a pretty deep disconnect with Patullo and what he wants to do and what Nick Sirianni wants to do and what Jalen wants to do. And I will be fair, Patullo could still be adjusting to life as a first-time signal caller, and the pressure to succeed quickly is outpacing the results we see on the field. We all thought the offense we saw in the second half of the Rams game would continue all throughout the game against Tampa Bay, but the offense looked lifeless in the second half. Now, I'm sure you all have seen it by now, and I don't want to touch too much on the AJ Brown drama, but I will say this. Yes, he needs to learn how to channel his frustrations and anger in ways that are not so media seeking, but I feel like AJ's feelings are valid. The offense isn't where it should be, and I also feel like the current state of it is very dysfunctional. I also feel like it's less of what teams are doing and it's more of what Philly is doing to themselves. Eyes and fingers are pointing at the offensive coordinator. If I'm tripping too much on this, let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Even with all the negativity around the offense, the Eagles did have game-defining plays on defense and special teams. Eagles did it again on special teams. That punt block that led to the Eagles getting an early 7-0 lead on a team that is known to keep their foot on the gas throughout the game was key. And the Eagles have won 4 consecutive one-score games. These plays on special teams are starting to matter. Shout out to Michael Clay and his crew. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean again. Thank you, Howie Roseman. I've been an Eagles fan for over 2 decades, and I was blessed with some good quarterback play early on in my Eagles fandom. And I remember the dark days we had at cornerback. Q and Coop are a breath of fresh air, and these young boys can ball. We are starting to see an element of Q that we didn't see last season because of Slay and Isaiah Rodgers were occupying one side of the field. And that element is Q traveling and shadowing the opposing team's best wide receiver. And Q is basically shutting them down all game. When Q was on Ibuka on Sunday, he only allowed 2 receptions for 6 yards on 6 targets. That's all pro play. And Cooper might be the best tackling cornerback in the NFL currently. He's so good at hunting down elusive players in space. 2 of them balled out on Sunday. Happy with my DBs. Jahad Campbell. I think Campbell is an early favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Campbell not only had a key force fumble in the 3rd quarter that led to the Eagles getting an offensive touchdown, but he had a game-saving interception in the end zone in the 4th quarter. The rookie keeps making play after play. Look, he was scouted for having playmaking ability, and now we're seeing that on full display in meaningful games. Here's one positive thing I will say about the offense. They're currently 100% in red zone efficiency so far this season, so it is fair to acknowledge that. Now, the Eagles head back to the Link this upcoming Sunday to face the Denver Broncos, who currently hold the 5th-ranked pass defense in the NFL. That's something to watch for as we approach next Sunday's game. Thank you for tapping in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Till next time, fly Eagles fly.